He emerged from prison a celebrated author, hailed as a testament to rehabilitation. Intellectuals, artists, they lauded his raw, confessional prose, seeing in him a man redeemed by the power of literature. He was a symbol of hope, a prodigal son returned to the fold of society, cleansed of his violent past. But beneath the polished surface of the literary star, a far darker truth lurked. While the world praised his words, he was quietly returning to his old, monstrous craft. Jack Unterweger was not just a writer, he was a predator who used public adoration as camouflage, a serial killer hiding in plain sight. His story is a stark reminder that some transformations are illusions, crafted with terrifying skill. In criminal investigation, we meet masters of the mask, wolves in sheep's clothing, who can look you in the eye and make you believe their lies. Unterweger was a master of this deception, a sensitive, reformed soul, tormented, expressive, speaking eloquently about guilt, redemption, and the human condition. He captivated audiences, winning powerful allies. This charm was his greatest weapon, granting trust, access, and ultimately, new victims. The dichotomy is chilling. We wanted a story of redemption. His narrative blinded many as he left devastation across 2 continents. To understand the predator, you must first understand the man's origins. Johann Jack Unterweger was born in 1950 in Austria. Born to a Viennese waitress and an American soldier he never knew, his life began in fracture. Left with a violent alcoholic grandfather, his childhood became a tutorial in neglect and abuse. Early trauma does not excuse, but it explains the rage and lack of empathy that can fester into lifelong violence. His criminal career began early, predictable without guidance or role models. By his teens, petty theft, burglary, assault, escalating in severity each year. He developed contempt for women, especially sex workers, a rage that would become his signature. The progression is classic. Minor offenses as practice runs, power and control growing more violent. The culmination came in 1974. At 24, Unterweger murdered 18-year-old Margaret Schaefer in Germany. He led her into the woods and strangled her with her own bra, his calling card. He confessed, saying he saw his mother's face in the victim. Convicted, life in prison. Inside Stein, the thug would evolve into something far more dangerous. Incarcerated, he devoured classics, Goethe, Schiller, then began to write poems, stories, plays, and the memoir, Fegefeuer. His prose was raw, emotional, graphic life, staged remorse. A man grappling with demons, redeemed by art. The cultural elite were captivated. Petitions, profiles, praise. He was championed as a prodigy, legitimized by prominent voices, momentum built for parole. The system validated a myth and handed a master predator the keys to his cage. After 15 years, he walked free, a media event. No longer an ex-con, now a celebrity. Stylish, celebrated, talk shows, high society cafes, literary salons, living proof of redemption. He lectured on crime and rehabilitation. Dapper, charismatic, always ready with a quote on good and evil. Hired to cover crime, granted access that doubled as cover to frequent red light districts. Celebrity shielded him. Who would suspect the eloquent advocate of redemption? He co-opted the narrative. Supporters became unwitting accomplices. While Vienna celebrated, the clock was ticking, empowering the predator they had embraced. The illusion did not last. Soon after release, a new series of murders began in Austria. Sex workers, bodies in woods around Vienna, strangled, often with their own undergarments. The calling card, a distinctive ligature. The police were baffled. The press named the Vienna Woods Killer. He gained trust, lured to isolation, killed with cold efficiency, moving like a ghost through an unseen world. The pattern was clear. The identity remained a mystery, while the body count grew. In 1991, at the height of fame and amid the Austrian murders, he was sent to Los Angeles to report on crime and prostitution. He toured the underbelly, ostensibly journalism. In truth, an excursion for a mobile predator. During his visit, 3 sex workers, Shannon Exley, Irene Rodriguez, Peggy Jean Booth, were murdered, beaten, assaulted, strangled with bra straps. The signature matched Austria and his 1974 crime. A behavioral fingerprint beyond borders. Back in Austria, he wrote with chilling detachment, compassion by day, sadistic killer by night. Psychopathy allowed perfect compartmentalization. No guilt, only calculated performance. It was grotesque. The turning point. August Rammer noticed coincidences. Murders began after Unterweger's release, same ligature signature. He mapped scenes, Unterweger nearby each time. The common denominator. Austrian police learned of identical LA murders. They contacted LAPD. The pieces fell into place. The key was the knot, specific, unusual. Odds of 2 killers using it on 2 continents were near 0. Evidence mounted: Austria, Czechoslovakia, the United States, fibers from his car, witnesses near scenes. February 1992, a warrant issued. Tipped off, he fled with Bianca Marak, triggering a high-profile manhunt. On the run, he phoned media, proclaiming innocence, alleging conspiracy, until Miami, February 27, 1992. Tracked to a cheap hotel, arrested without major struggle. The celebrity became a cornered fugitive. The 1994 trial was a spectacle. The literary hero sat accused as a prolific serial killer. Prosecutors built a meticulous timeline linking 9 murders across borders. Forensic experts testified, hair, fibers, witnesses. The behavioral signature was decisive. The final chapter came the night of his conviction, hours after return to Graz Karlau. He committed suicide. He fashioned a noose from a drawstring and shoelace and tied it with the same complex knot he used on his victims. His last signature? A silent, defiant confession. Not remorse, control. For families, the pursuit ended abruptly, without real closure. For supporters and the cultural elite, it was public humiliation, proof of seduction by a well-told lie. The case forces hard questions about fame, justice, and our judgment, confusing talent with character. It's a cautionary tale. Parole swayed by opinion and celebrity over hard behavioral evidence. Unterweger never changed. He learned a better mask. He swapped prison grays for a writer's suit. The compulsions remained. Psychopathy isn't curable. Some mimic emotion without feeling it. His legacy is written in the lives he destroyed and the trust he betrayed. A stain at the intersection of art, celebrity, and crime. It's bleak.